We're making some swirly charms, and this is a lovely technique done by Daniel Cooper. So what we've done is we've got some moulds filled about just over halfway with clear resin, and we're going to let that cure for about 2 hours, not too long, just to solidify slightly. It's been 2 hours, and now we've mixed up some different colours or with mica powder because it looks more solid. And what we're doing is we're just dropping little dots of this colour into the clear resin with a toothpick. And we're being careful not to do it too roughly. Oh, I've made a little tadpole by accident, but they should be little dots. So you just drop them off the end of your toothpick. Like this. And they shouldn't sink too much because we've let that resin solidify a little bit. And I've added more dots here, as you can see. And we take a needle now and we're going to just run it through the dots. Careful not to scratch the bottom of the mould. But as you can see, it's creating a little swirling effect. So do it carefully if you can. It is fun to experiment with different ways of swirling. But with a nice little needle, you can do quite well. I've done it a few more times here, and I quite like this one here, the yellow and the blue. Sort of a Ukrainian effect, I like to call it. And we're just doing the same with another mould. This has deeper shapes in it. And I'm going for the blue because I quite like the blue. And again, just swirl your needle through the dots to create patterns. And that one's going quite nicely, I think. And again with the heart. Now the heart I think might be a pretty good one because I'm doing a better job with the swirling here. Leave this when you're done for 3 to 5 hours. Bit longer if you want to. I actually left mine for 24. So yeah, when you've done your swirling, leave it to cure for 3 to 5 hours or more. I've left that to cure for 24 hours, and now we're just filling these bits to the top, and that's the back of our little shapes. So get your clear resin and just pour to the top of the mould. For this mould, I'm going to back them a little bit differently just to make them show up or have a different effect overall. So these are going to have a darker background. So I've got my clear resin and I'm grabbing some kind of ashy coloured mica powder. So pop a bit into your clear resin and then you can mix it. That looks about right to me. So it's a nice grey ashy colour. And then you can just pour it into your little shapes. So just nice and evenly to the top. And I quite think that the darker background will be a lovely effect with the clear resin and the swirls. And once you're done, you can leave it to cure for 24 hours. Let's see how they came out. So as you can see, the heart is there, and you can see the little swirls inside the darker resin. I quite like that effect. So we'll just go through a few of them. Quite pleased with that one. It's a fine one. I like the bigger one more. I quite like the oval. That's a really nice effect, I think. It looks a bit like a tadpole over there, the red one, but that's okay. It's a bit of a blob, but I like the blobs. And I think this one came out quite nicely as well. And the purple, yeah, that's fine. It's not my favorite, but you can see kind of the effect that's happened here. And you can probably do it a bit more artfully with lots of practice as well. And these are the clear molds, so these have come out quite nicely, I think. A little heart-shaped tadpole thing going on there. A bit blobby, but still nice. And here's the one I called the Ukrainian flag earlier. A little swirly one, some hearty bits in it. Overall, quite nice to put as a pendant or a keychain or something like that. And moving on, with more of a rainbow coloured effect going on here. Quite like the square. I might turn that into a keyring actually. And a nice little one there. So some of them have holes and some of them don't, so you need to drill holes into the ones that don't, but that's my favourite, I think, there. I like those little tadpole effects. So yeah, thank you so much. Do have a go, and thanks for watching.